Hello, Andreina. Welcome to the program. It's good to have you as always. And we were talking actually before we started recording about this song by Sandino Primera. He's the son of the famous communist singer-songwriter Ali Primera. That's been playing on the airwaves a lot. It's been listened to a lot in Venezuela recently. And in that song, Sandino touches on some delicate subjects, actually. The need for a liberatory process to reorient its gaze inward to the people, about the opportunists who infiltrate our movements and our parties, about the need for the masses to be the protagonists of revolutionary change. And I was struck about how honest those lyrics were, in a way, saying things that perhaps you can't say elsewhere, except in song. So now that Venezuela is in the midst of a presidential election, and as we know, in these processes, there's enormous pressure from everywhere to quote unquote close ranks, right? To line up behind the candidate, to put criticism aside, to get the person elected, and then deal with, the contradictions later, as we often hear. So, in your opinion, given this context, with this song as an example, what role do you think music and art plays in actually being able to amplify constructive criticism?
Hi, José Luis. Always happy to be on the Venezuelanalysis podcast. I'm so glad you brought up this song about Sandino Primera because I've been listening to this song a lot these past few days. Just to make a quick introduction, as you said, Sandino is the son of Ali Primera, who tragically died in 1985, but continues to be Venezuela's most important popular singer. Uh, Precisely because his songs are about social protests, are about criticism against neoliberal governments and their alliance with Washington. Um, Ali Primera actually has two songs about Zulia State. Zulia State is where I'm from. And in these songs, he talks about how Zulia, it is a land devastated by foreign oil companies. One of these songs is called Tia Juana and tells the story of Ali himself meeting a man who is living in despair, who has been abandoned by the Venezuelan state. And the lyrics say, and I quote, "At the time, all I had to give was my song to help him amplify his struggle, to help him amplify his cry." So, so Ali Primera sang about the struggles of the working class, and his songs, I believe, are a perfect demonstration of the role music and art can play to provide constructive criticism and to amplify the voice of the people. In fact, Ali Primera was a huge influence on President Hugo Chavez and the developing of his own political consciousness. So, well, back to the song that you were mentioning in your question, the song by Sandino Primera. This is a song that I think it came out in 2021. It is called Desahogo y Palante, which translates to something like, I don't know, I vent my feelings and then I continue, um, which is a really good title. And even though this song is a few years old, it has suddenly found like a second wind these days, because people in Venezuela are thinking about the presidential elections in July. They are discussing about all the internal issues and contradictions that the revolutionary movement faces today, as well as all the external threats like the imposition of US sanctions on the oil industry. So this beautiful song by Sandino, as you said, it touches some very delicate subjects, like the fact that we need to continue finding ourselves, we need to continue reaffirming our political identity and our culture as Venezuelans, as Latin Americans. We need to openly discuss our problems and make some self criticism about this collective life project that is called the Bolivarian Revolution, so we can fix these issues, so we can find relief and continue. Um, I think the song, in a way, offers some insightful criticism about the divisions that you see today in Venezuela, among those who fully support the Venezuelan government and those who do not support the government but are Chavistas, or at least they still believe in the Bolivarian project. And the song highlights like the common ground that these two groups have, and emphasizes the importance of not letting these divisions uh, pave the way for the enemies of the country to take advantage, because these are the people who destroy our country in past decades. These are the people who are allies of U.S. imperialism. These are the people who are allies of Zionism. So we cannot allow that these divisions, as difficult as they are, to allow to pave the way for these people to take back control of the country, especially after everything we've been through. So to me, I think the message of the song is that whether you agree with the government or not, we both want this project to succeed. We both want things to change for the better. We both oppose US imperialism, and we need to find all these things that unify us and work together. So to me, that means that the government should not classify all people with criticism as traitors, nor should people who do not support the government make the suicidal decision to align with opposition factions who have called for sanctions against the country and who have caused so many troubles for the Venezuelan people. And I want to quote a part of the song because I think Sandino simplified this message in the song in a very good way. He says, "Do not dream that changing the government will quickly fix the problems that we have. We must organize ourselves and together channel the energy that we have." So as you can see, it is a song that it has in a very good way. It has sparked debate within the Venezuelan left, and it has made us see that kind of internal criticism, that kind of debate, is something that only music and culture can do, because it makes us talk about these issues without confrontation, because it touches our feelings. You listen to this song and you feel seen. You feel like, oh wow, this song really makes my heart feel like, it makes me think about things. It makes me become all nostalgic and reflect about our past and our present. So I think this is this type of music, this type of cultural expression that is about social protest, that is about uh, reaffirming our political identity. I think it is very important nowadays because we are facing a presidential election in July that is going to be very important for the future of our people. So, in my way of seeing things, if the Maduro government wins, we are going to need more constructive criticism, especially through music and to art, if we want to rescue the essence of the Bolivarian project, which, as we all know, it was uh, having the working class people as protagonists, and their well-being was always like the most important achievement. So yeah, I think that both Ali Primera and Sandino Primera, with their music, they sort of teaches us like how constructive criticism is important and how music can truly make us think about decisions and talk about that without confrontation.